Hello everyone from Schwann Cadillac, and thank you for joining us as we walk around this pre-owned 2017 Cadillac XT5. So, if you're not familiar with the XT5, it has been out for several years now. It replaced the Cadillac SRX, which was their mid-size crossover at the time. Pretty much it was the only other SUV option besides the Escalade, which now they have updated and added the XT4, which is slightly smaller than this, but also 2 rows, and the XT6, which does jump up to a 3-row SUV. This is the luxury trim level, so this does have the Galvano around the windows, as well as that nicer grille on there too. So, and we can wander here. Nicer, it does have the nicer wheel package, so even being a luxury, it is the nicer wheel. Check out this rim as well. And this one does have, if we open up the hatch here, so power programmable lift hatch. So you can actually program this hatch to open up anywhere in its range. So right now it is set to the max height, but if you had a smaller garage or something along the lines there, you can pull this down and program it to how height you want to go by pressing and holding the button there. Backup camera, of course, standard on all Cadillac models. This one does have the privacy screen that you can pull out and lock into place here to protect that way, as well as a storage system too. So this rail would lock into these side rails over here, and you can slide that forward and backwards to kind of help things from sliding around. Also in these, you do have handles right inside that would be to lay down the second row seats. So instead of having to wander around, lay the seats down if you had something longer, simply reach in, grab the handles and pop that open. Underneath here, you will see it is a foam insert to help cut down on road noise, something that Cadillac prides itself as being one of the quietest vehicles in the industry, as well as an inflator kit here. The other thing that will set Cadillac apart in the GM hierarchy, if you look in the cargo area, it is all this nice carpeted material, also a strategy to cut down on road noise, as well as just give that more premium feel. You do also have these nice bright taillights that kind of pay homage to the fins of the classic Cadillacs, as well as dual exhaust, and this one does have the trailer hitch package on it. Jumping at the door, you will see you do have your button here, so it is that keyless entry, keyless ignition. If you have your key fob in your pocket, this is how you can lock and unlock that door. Jumping inside, you will see that nice upgraded leather that Cadillacs have, as well as a wood insert there, giving it that premium feel. We jump up top, you do have your panoramic sunroof, which does reach all the way from the driver to above the rear passengers. The back glass is stationary, and the top part there will open and slide back over the top. So still a very large sunroof. Looking in the front, you will see some continuation of that wood inserts there, as well as that nice leather. The electronic precision shift in the center, and we will cover that when we jump up front in just a sec. And several different things on the steering wheel, which let's jump up there now. One thing to point out, it does have side blind zones, so that is that little indicator. If somebody's in your blind spot, it will turn a yellow color, letting you know there's somebody there. If you turn on your blinker and it senses somebody is in your blind spot or will be in your blind spot by the time you start merging over, it will flash as well as vibrate the seat as well. Memory seat function, which with it being a keyless entry, keyless ignition, you can actually program the key fobs to go to those positions. So key fob 1 will be set to driver position 1, key fob 2 would go to 2. So if you have multiple drivers that are varying in height, you can program that so you guys can get in without having to press and hold that button and change the position. It is also an electronic steering wheel, so there's a 4-way button on the side here that will both telescope as well as tilt. Looking at your steering wheel controls, You do have all of these over here is going to be your controls for your display up front, your volume. All of this over here is going to be your cruise control, as well as your voice command and to hang up or mute. Down below is going to be all of your safety features. So this is going to be your gap adjust and for your collision alert, so letting you know if you're following somebody too close or approaching too quickly. You have your lane keep assist, which is using a camera off the front to help keep you in your lane. And if you start drifting, it will put a slight nudge into the steering wheel. Nothing that'll overpower you. You can always overpower it. If more so, it feels like it stiffens up the steering, making it a little bit harder to drift out of whichever side of the lane you're going. And then, of course, your heated steering wheel down below. Of course, your seek and scan. And then another thing to mention is this does have IntelliBeam headlights, so it will automatically dim the lights when you are coming with oncoming traffic. If you want to turn that off, that is that button right there. At the gauge cluster here, you have, you will notice the special thing on the tach, the auto stop. So this does have the auto stop technology. It is an intelligent system, so it doesn't do it every single time. It will only do it when the vehicle is up to temperature, everything is fully charged and under the right conditions. It will turn off for up to 2 minutes when you're at like a stoplight to conserve fuel in town. You can also see it is programmable down across the bottom, so you can change each one of these what you want displaying. Right now, the previous owner had it set to fuel range, your digital speedometer, as well as that will work with your navigation to tell you the speed limit in the area and your tire pressures over there. Looking at the center, you do see we have navigation built into these vehicles, and that is not something standard. Now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, some people choose to not have the navigation built right in because they'll just cast it right from their phone. In 17, you do still need to tether that to your phone, whichever route you'd like to do. It's just going to be the same cord that you use to charge your phone. Plug that into the USB port, and it would cast it up there on the screen there. To adjust the volume, it's all just a touch screen down there. I assure you it is not blinking in real life. That is just the camera giving it that illusion. But you do have your home button, so if you ever get lost, it'll bring you right back to this screen. Of course, Bluetooth connection and all the things you come to expect in a Cadillac. And there we go. Down below, you do have your dual zone temperature control, so driver and passenger can have their temperature set independently, as well as heated seats to the side there. I did mention that we would briefly talk about the the electronic precision shift. So now, if you you'll press the button on the side saying that you're going to be giving it a command, pull back, you will see we are now in drive. If we want it in reverse, you can push forward and then to the side, and then to put it in park, it's just the button right up top. You'll also notice there is a M that is grayed out, so you just would basically pull back twice to navigate that M, and that's what activates these paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel, where you can lock out which gear you would like it to be in. Going back a little bit farther, the last thing we will cover today is you will notice there is a mode, so the traction control, and then right below it is a mode button. And the mode button is directly related to this all-wheel drive light here. So you'll notice right now it is off because the all-wheel drive system in the XT5 is a clutch system, so you can run it in just front-wheel drive when it's nicer weather and you don't have to worry about extra tire wear or the impact on your fuel economy. But if it starts snowing or raining or something, the conditions just aren't right, you can simply press that. And up here, you will notice there are a couple different modes. So, of course, all-wheel drive mode and sport mode, which will both engage the all-wheel drive system, and it just changes your shifting points up a little bit depending on what mode you are in. But that concludes the brief overview of this XT5. If you have any questions about this Cadillac or any of our other ones on the lot, we'd be happy to answer any questions for you. Feel free to leave a comment or visit us at schwanncadillac.com, and we'd be happy to help. Have a great day.